There we go. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Kind Words is a game where people kind of just write letters and you can respond to them, or choose not to. I can't get myself to study and do homework even if my family is paying for me to be able to do a career. I feel like such a burden for them and useless because I am. They don't feel so much. I don't deserve it. Oh, that's a rough gamer. Look, man, burnout is so common and natural, especially when you got a lot riding on your shoulders. You know, at the very least, it sounds like their family is super supportive of them, even if they feel like they might be drowning in the in the responsibility. Make sure to have other hobbies or things aside from studying to push your mind and help set reading. I don't typically like to put video games when I talk about other hobbies to help refresh your mind, because I'm not entirely on the video games is always kind of bandwagon, but sometimes I'm like, video games will let you drown in their distraction if you let them, and I don't think that's what this person needs. Yeah, make sure to have other hobbies or things aside from studying to help you refresh your mind and help you reset. Reading, writing, blocks, etc. Yeah, it's important to do your diligence in studying and getting homework done, but don't kill yourself over trying to get a straight A's. Even B's, good degrees, and in the real, I don't want to say real world, that feels a little condescending, but I feel like that's what I was actually thinking about. Even B's get degrees, and in the real world, people prefer your experience and internships with the career over okay, thank God it didn't go over. Hey man, the one thing that I can't address is him feeling like a burden. There's only so much I can fit in this fucking letter, but I feel like it's a lot more helpful to try and talk about, you know, what I feel like is burnout. Yes, send the letter, but I feel like it's burnout. I feel like hopefully if the person can, you know, learn to, yeah, I feel like if it's like he can address the burnout, or he can, like, you know, take it a little easier on himself with the pressure, then like maybe the rest can come more naturally. Not really a worry, but consider it a win. I was able to finally talk to the person I like and tell her that I liked her. And it went pretty well. But yeah. Can I type that? I hope I can. And it went pretty well. Nice. Glad things are going great for you. You took a leap and it paid off. Good things. Actually, I think the saying is good things come to those who wait. That's not what happened. More accurately, fortune favors bold. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Congrats, dude. Have a balloon. I can't seem to destimulate on my own. I always end up on my phone or YouTube, and it's making it a challenge to relax. whenever I do sit in silence or even with music, it feels painful. I don't know what to do. Yo, facts, man. Based. I wonder what the challenge is then, or what the problem is. Is the problem relaxing? Is the problem destimulating? Is the promise just, sitting in silence? Like, they sound kind of similar, but I feel like they each require their own different solution. You can try to destimulate in smaller steps. You don't outright need to hit in silence with nothing to do. Some music on a podcast and grab a notebook and get busy. Will often make great stuff when they're a little bored with a notebook in hand and a little something on the side. Don't know where day. Something. Look up prompts to draw something. What else can you do with a notebook? List things you wanna or gotta do. Focus on just stimulating yourself with a notebook instead of your phone. Replace the addiction. Don't cold turkey it. Dinosaur. I think I might be gay. Fuck yeah, man. Me too. Okay. That aside, don't feel the rush to figure it out. If you are, you are. If you're not, you're not. But it's great that you're willing to be open with yourself for the possibility that you are if you're worried about people in your home life finding out there are tons of welcoming LGBT plus communities online that you can talk with. Just know you aren't alone. There's a ton of us out there too, just like you, either questioning or proudly queer. Cute. Also, I feel like I hear people say queer is a slur. It's so hard trying to find an entry-level job in the tech field. My mom's been pestering me about finding jobs. I don't think she gets how hard it is. Yeah, man. This economy and job market is really rough, and it's hard for people who grew up in a generation where jobs were plentiful to understand that sometimes. Keep shooting for tech jobs. If it's something you like, enjoy, and studied for, and keep shooting for your career path. But don't shy away the idea of working some food or retail jobs for the time being to keep you afloat while you find your dream job. Send. Thank you, Mr. Deer. Oh boy, this one sounds messy. Yeah, sometimes it's a little stressful to give out or to try to give advice because I don't want it to come across a certain way, or I don't want to end up saying the wrong things and put them in a worse mood, or stress them out about it more. I think the concept of giving advice is a little audacious in a way. The person to say like, oh yeah, I can make you feel better about this problem you're having. You gotta have a little bit of audacity to think that way, and to believe that you can make them feel better about it, or with confidence. Because you say the wrong thing, or you say a thing and it comes across a certain other way, and you don't hope you dig their grave even further down. Yeah, I get a little like, oh, I sure hope I'm saying the right thing, Sure hope I'm at least, giving them a different perspective, or at the very least I'm not, upsetting them by being like, oh, that's what everybody tells me. You just gotta move on with your own life. I know it sucks not being in contact with them anymore. That's me. But they've made their choice. That aside, you did the very kind and noble thing to stay by their side through the alcoholism. Don't let the bitter outcome of the situation make you get back. Now it's time for you to go out and find your own love. If you gotta sit down and feel the pain, don't ignore it. But when ready, get back up. And for your own love story. This guy. Yep, send that shit. Oh, she's right over. I love this deer. He's very cute. Hi, kind stranger. I'm feeling a bit lonely today. Even though it was a good day, I hope you're doing well, and I would be very happy about a couple of kind words if you like sharing some. Hello, fellow stranger. Thank you for sending out such a sweet letter. It made me smile. Some kind words. What do I have that I feel like would put somebody in a good mood? Okay, hold on. I think I have something on my phone that I could share. Here's a quote that I really like. It's the Brendan Lee Mulligan quote that I really enjoy. In the same way your heart feels and your mind thinks, and your mind thinks. You, mortal beings, are the instrument by which the universe cares. If you choose to care, then the universe cares. And if you don't, then it doesn't. Do you care? I sure do. What's a challenge you overcame recently? Inspire me. I overcame it today. I have a lot of social anxiety. Sometimes I struggle to go out and meet new people. But I went to an event where people meet to play video games and had a great time. It's amazing the things that can come out of pushing past your comfort zone and doing something good for yourself. Challenge yourself, stranger. Challenges are the metrics by which we grow and improve. I feel like kill myself. I'm generally such a loser with constant punching back for everyone else. And the disappointment that I bring to people. I definitely struggle giving pessimistic people advice because I'm just I used to be pessimistic, but the way that I got out of it was I just got tired of being pessimistic. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna try relentless optimism for a change. And I haven't looked back ever since. But I feel like that's not necessarily advice you can give to other people. I feel like that's something that you just that's just a point you gotta get to yourself. Do you give people the hard truth in small talk? Confusing. X, where have you been? I was at a funeral, that kind of stuff. I avoided to not make them comfortable, but I think it seems evasive of me. No. Usually, small talk is just like me getting to know the other person or filling a gap silence. Is that basis of you? It's more helpful, if anything. Sometimes people just want to talk about light topics and aren't prepared or ready for heavy of yourself. I mean, you don't ever give people like, you know, hard truths or anything like that in small talk, because the whole point of small talk is just to, like, you know, lightly get to know somebody, the basics, like their favorite color, what they've got weather, how their day has been going, you know, the light stuff, or just to fill like the gap of silence, because some people are uncomfortable with when they're, you know, walking with somebody and there's silence, or you know, it's just filling up that space. That's what small talk is. It's not for trauma dumping, even if it's not like something traumatic to them. Sometimes it's like a person is, you know, just got their morning coffee, you know, they're a little bit drowsy, and you just smack them with I was at a funeral, and they're like, well, what do I say to that? I feel my friend is falling back into old habits that were the rift in our friendship before. I feel weird bringing it up again because he's either going to blame himself or change but repeat the same issue. I know old habits die hard, but what the hell? Oof. Sometimes you can either accept these things as a part of them and love them regardless, or just, it's like, I want to say, decide that this is a boundary for you that you don't want to put up with, and, you know, pull away. Because, like, you can't change a person. It's who doesn't want to change, right? You could bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And, you know, if his response is like, you know, oh, I'm such an idiot, I'm a bad person, like that, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good, and if anything, it makes you feel terrible, even though, you know, you're just trying to bring up the problem to help solve things. And it sounds like they're frustrated too. Sometimes you can either accept these things as a part of them and love them regardless, or decide that this isn't something you're willing to put up with and distance yourself. Both are completely valid, but you can't force him to change over and over again. You must decide what your boundaries are and what you must decide what your boundaries are, where he stands it, and what that means for you. I like to think I'm like doing a 9 out of 10 job here, but I also feel like, who knows, maybe I'm actually doing a 2 out of 10 job here and I ruined like 10 people's days. Someone I care about very much told me that the essence of human relationship is fulfillment of needs. It is very sharp and reasonable, but I feel very uncomfortable. This is very reasonable. I feel like my sister liked to say these things a lot. How she liked to break down the concept of human relations and interactions down to the bare bones base level, to the way that it almost sounded like insanity, you know? You're sorta right. but those needs aren't transactional favors or tally marks of love. Terms of love to owe and be owed. What that really means is that human relationship is the fulfillment of is a social contract we form to love and be loved. I listen to my friends and encourage them because I love them. And they do the same for me in return. I bear my heart and vulnerability to them, and it is returned in kind. Thus, we enter a relationship where we are filling each other's need to feel love, understood, and okay, to recap, someone I care about very much told me that the essence of human relationship is a fulfillment of needs. It is very sharp and reasonable, but I still feel very uncomfortable. They're sort of right, but those needs aren't transactional favors or tally marks of love to be owed, to owe and be owed. What that really means is that human relationship is a social contract we form to love and be loved. I listen to my friends and encourage them because I love them, and they do the same for me in return. I bear my heart and vulnerability to them, and it is returned in kind. Thus, we enter a relationship where we are fulfilling each other's needs to feel loved, understood, and supported. Okay, what time is it? I'm kidding myself at 5:30. It's 3. Shit, it's 3. Oh my god, I want to do more of this. I'm having a whale of a time doing this. Yeah, someone sent this letter thanks to the letter you wrote, and I want to know which letter it is though, because I want the feedback. I would like the feedback. I would like to know what I said and what letter it was to, you know, be like, okay, here's what I should do more of. Here's how I should frame things. But I guess I'm forcefully being stopped and put to bed because the game fucking crashed.